Hi, I'm Sean Sands, Associate Professor of Marketing at Swinburne Business School. Some of the research we've been doing lately into the COVID crisis is looking at how retailers have reacted in the short term, medium term, and how they anticipate reacting in the long term. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that research today. Over the last 6 weeks, we've been interviewing about 20 retailers across New Zealand, Australia, North America, and Europe, and talking to them about their experiences with the COVID-19 crisis. It was very clear that from early on, some of these retailers with multiple business units across multiple countries and supply chains deep into Asia were feeling the crisis much earlier than we had lockdowns here in Australia. Many retailers are talking about early February, even late January, feeling impacts in their supply chain and starting to plan for the anticipated lockdowns that they thought might be coming. There was definitely, once the lockdowns hit, a divergence in those businesses that were deemed essential and those businesses that were deemed non-essential. A divergence in terms of how they could respond and how they felt they had to respond. Many of the essential businesses went straight into planning mode around how they can encourage customers and make customers feel confident in their shopping experiences. Supermarkets in Australia were looking at how they could sanitize products, sanitize every touch point within the store and create social distancing, queuing, payment methods, movements away from cash, and even reorienting FPOS systems at checkouts and allowing customers to pack for themselves as opposed to have staff pack for them. So retailers were really rapidly responding to the ways in which they felt they needed to make consumers feel confident in the stores. It was really interesting also to hear about the relationships that many retailers had with their suppliers and their key business partners, for instance, landlords and the shopping centre operators from which they operated their businesses within. Many retailers had to think about rent negotiations and pivoting their longer term rent negotiation leases to think about making them more flexible and even offering rent discounts in the short, medium, and potentially even into the longer term. Definitely consumer confidence was hit significantly, and we saw massive declines across the non-essential and many discretionary spend categories. However, it was really interesting to also hear from lots of retailers that they felt that if they operated in categories whereby they sold products that consumers could use in their house, so kids' toys, fitness equipment, even books and kind of games and toys, these product categories were booming. And we saw retailers very rapidly have to think about deploying their 3 to 5 year business plans and change their operational tactics to bring online to the fore. Many businesses had to think about the way in which they could deliver online offers to consumers that they had planned 3 to 5 years out from now, essentially within a week. So many businesses struggled with that, but we've seen some great innovations in that space with online delivery, pickup, and contactless touch points between consumers and retailers. So it's been a rapid learning curve. What we're seeing businesses think about now is the next phase beyond the pandemic, how this might change their business. Many retailers have told us that they're probably going to rethink about the way in which they work, the way in which they require their head office and support staff to work within the business. And maybe the day will come where the large rental spaces in downtown city centres for corporate offices are not needed as much. So I think it'll be really fascinating to see where businesses go from here.